Facebook, YouTube. Yo. We're up on IG too. Hello, good morning. Here for Daily Live number 14. We're going to go through some stretches today. Mostly upper body chest stretches because I did my workout of the week yesterday with mate Ryan and my shoulders are fucked. So we're going to stretch them out. If you're joining me, give me a hashtag live, give me a hashtag replay if you are catching a replay later. We are just going to do 3 stretches today. The first one's going to be for 2 minutes. You're going to need a chair. You can also do this one without a chair. I'm going to use a chair, but I'll show you the variation anyway. Basically what we're going to do is come into like a tabletop position, and then you're going to come up onto this chair, put your elbows on, and then you're just going to sink down like that. Now, if you don't have a chair, if you don't have a fucking chair, you're doing it tough. But if you don't have a chair, just leave your bum up like that, walk your arms all the way out. You'll still get that chest opening, you just won't get the nice tricep thing from folding your arms back. But yeah, we'll go straight into that. And what I'm going to be talking about today is why a race makes such a good goal. And now it doesn't necessarily have to be an obstacle race, but obviously that's what I do. So obstacle races work really well for me, but running races work well as well. What's important is that you just have some sort of big event that's happening that you're aiming towards, that you can measure yourself up against physically. Now, there's a couple of reasons why this is the case and why it's a good idea. Well, you always should have some sort of goals, right? But you want to have goals that make sense and tick off a couple of metrics. So you want to have goals, and most of you have probably heard of the SMART principle. Make it measurable, attainable, realistic, timely, specific. And races or events tick all those boxes really well, really effectively. So if you're signing up for a race, let's look at Spartan Gold Coast, which is in May, end of May. It's a nice local event for me. They're doing a 5K, a 10K, a 21K, and a 4-hour obstacle, hurricane heat. So what's cool about Spartan is you've got progression pretty much baked into the product. So you can come along as a rookie or somebody who's just starting out, and a 5K is scary. A 5K is something you look at as somebody who's maybe not been exercising and not very fit, and it's intimidating. And you train a bit, you do the 5K, and then you realise, fuck, I did the 5K, I got through it. Maybe I could do the 10. And you sort of have this progression built in, this progressive overload, if you will. But the goals are sort of stacked in a way that makes sense. Now, slowly coming out of that, that felt good. Next, we're going to go into a scorpion. You can fuck your chair off. Scorpion's a little bit of an interesting stretch. It's probably my favourite stretch. It's hitting a couple of points. What we're going to do is throw our arms straight out. We're going to bend our elbows 90 degrees. We're going to bring our right hand into our right chest, and then we're going to roll on the side. Now, it's important that you keep your elbow, your arm perpendicular to your body here. Lock your elbow out 90 degrees, and that's going to lock it in. What we're getting is a chest stretch here. So I'll set a little timer for 90 seconds. Oh man, the landscape is just starting outside with his blower. Hopefully you guys can't hear that too bad. So, say you're training for an obstacle course, or a marathon, or a fucking Kokoda walk, or whatever it is, it doesn't really matter. It's just got to be a goal that scares you, that's going to get you out of your comfort zone. It's got to be something that's not too easy. You can't sign up and go, I'm going to fucking be able to do that. I'm going to be able to rock up hungover and do that. That's not a very good goal, because it's not going to motivate you. If you don't have a lot of risk, I think there needs to be a little bit of risk of failure for you to be motivated to achieve. So, fucking hell. You definitely want to pick a goal that scares you a little bit. It's obviously going to be very specific, so you're doing specific things. So, for obstacle racing, you're getting out on the course, you're running, you're climbing, you're hanging, you're doing all these things that require you to have different levels of fitness in different areas. it's going to be measurable, right? Say it's a 10k race with 25 obstacles. You know what that is. You know how long 10k's is. You can go out and do 10k's and train. So it's got to be attainable. And that comes back into it's got to scare you a little bit, right? So we talk about this idea of these stretch goals. So it's got to be something that is just far enough away that motivates you to train for, but not too far enough away that you don't think you'll be able to get to. Because that can have the opposite effect. That can have a bit of a rebound effect with motivation. We're going to do all that on the other side. Arms straight out, bend 90 degrees. Bring your left hand into your left chest, or just shuffle over. And then we roll over. So it's got to have this, it's got to be attainable. Realistic, is it realistic for you to do a Spartan race? Yeah, I believe so. And it's got to be timely. Now this is the big important one. It has to be based in time. So you can't just say as a goal, I want to get stronger, but there's no end date, there's no expiry period for it. You gotta, goals work better when you're kept to a strict timeline. Now, most of us will relate to the idea of having, say, a deadline at work or at school, something that you have to get done, and you put it off, but as the time gets closer, you go, fuck, I really gotta get that shit done. And then you cram and you get it done. You're amazed how much you can get done when you have to. And that's sort of the same idea as this, right? So you have a specific thing that's happening at a specific time, and as it gets closer, you're going to go, fuck, I really need to sort that out, and that's going to have that effect. Now, there's a couple of other reasons that a race is super important, a really, really powerful structure for a goal. It's social. You're generally going to be getting out there with people, you're going to be getting out there with friends and family, and if you're not, take people with you. And the other thing is you've got skin in the game. You're paying for it. Races are expensive. It costs money. I think they're very worthwhile for the experiences that you get. But when you've got skin in the game, you value your money. Presumably you worked hard for your money and you want to get that value. So you won't turn up to a race, super half-baked, or you're less likely to turn up to a race half-baked if you've spent money and you have skin in the game. So that was a couple of stretches, guys. My chest feels a little bit better already. I'll see you tomorrow for number 15. I did launch a 28-day reset yesterday, so if you're keen on that, link in my bio, and I'll see you all tomorrow.